And what the f, Kelsie? Hand me this, hand me that. I'm like, oh my god, I could not stop myself. These Kelsie bags. It actually is men. They're gonna get a little bit of EV with them as well. Cards, Kelsie, you didn't pack me enough business cards. I'm not the one making the art. Literally thought I was gonna get frostbite. Huge car. Welcome back, Zookies. I'm here at a hotel by the Overland Park Convention Center here in Kansas because I'm proxying for my friend who is an artist, Kelsie Kishi Draws. If you don't already know her, here's some of her videos. Yes, I'm in another state. And what the f, Kelsie? I did not know you ordered a whole like Airbnb that's this crazy. I was literally expecting what I was in last week. If you guys tuned into that episode, it was the Kentucky trip where I worked for Goosey Pins, and I really was expecting a small hotel room, you know, with one bed, and honestly, it could have just been like a tiny pod. I did not care. But you booked a like whole Airbnb. There's a dining table, there's a little living room. Matter of fact, there's a kitchen, there's 2 rooms, 2 whole rooms. I'm one person. What do you want me to do? Like sleep in both and test them out and share with you how my Kansas experience is? There's not anything else here to do in Kansas, Kelsie. Okay, anyway, I am proxying for Kelsie because she's in Kauai-Con this weekend in Hawaii, and unfortunately I am not there, but I did have this weekend free. Technically, my friend Kayla is proxying for me at Anime Night Mart. Yes, I have another event this weekend that I'm not going to because I'm proxying for someone else. Let me show you guys briefly this Airbnb because it's a little crazy. Like I said, I did not expect to show up here in a whole mansion. That is 1 bedroom, and it has its own TV, and then there's this living room which has another TV, and then there's this other room, and it has its own TV here too. There's literally a whole washer and dryer here. I'm not gonna wash my clothes, I'm only here for 4 days. Anyway, I did not just magically teleport here to Kansas. I did have to fly from Southern California. So let me go back to 24 hours ago when I was back in Southern California packing for this show, Naka-Kon. We'll have past me take it away. Wow, thank you, myself of the future. I've now teleported back to 1 day ago, probably about 24 hours ago. Obviously, proxying for another artist would not be possible if I didn't have any of their merch at all. Normally, as an artist myself, I have everything in my own space. And because Kelsie lives so far away from where I am in SoCal, she has to ship everything to me. This is what we have. 1 really large box, another really large box, and 1 last small box. So this all got shipped to me yesterday. I had to bring it upstairs to my apartment, and now since we're flying out tomorrow, I will have to pack everything here into 2 large suitcases, and we're flying Southwest, so right now we do get the 2 free checked-in bags. Unfortunately, I recently heard the news that Southwest might not be doing that policy anymore, so that is a little sad, I'm not gonna lie, but while it exists, we're gonna be able to transport these in 2 large suitcases, and I have 1 right here, bam! And now you're probably wondering, are you just gonna randomly throw things in there? Well, it's not exactly how it works. I kinda have to have some kind of organization to it because there is a 50-pound limit when I'm flying, and Kelsie so graciously has given me a document. And on this document has all the instructions of what's inside the boxes, where to put things inside for this weekend. She is at Kauai-Con this weekend, which is in Hawaii, and that's why she's not able to come out to Kansas, and that's why I'm doing so, because I didn't get into Kauai-Con, but that's okay, that's okay. I actually do have another event this week at Anime Night Mart, so if you guys did end up saying hi to my proxy who was there on my behalf, Kayla, very sweet of her to be able to do that event for me, just so that I can have this opportunity to help out Kelsie and bring this video to life for you guys. Thank you for saying hi to them, and hopefully you also said hi to Kelsie if you're in Kauai-Con and you're somehow seeing this video. We're gonna follow some instructions. I'm not the greatest at following instructions, so we're gonna try my best. I'm gonna fit everything inside this suitcase. You're gonna help me package these into the suitcases? You're gonna help me though, right? Like, pack these. Do you wanna go on the trip to Kansas? Okay, go have fun. Get out of here. I got work to do. I've just finished packing everything into these 3 suitcases. We have 1 check-in, 2 check-in, and my carry-on, as well as my backpack. I don't know how Southwest is gonna do this when they remove those free check-in policies. As I was packing and doing that time lapse, as you guys saw, I am actually literally watching Kelsie's vlog con crunching for this weekend, this Kawaii-Kon and Naka-Kon double. So it's so weird because like in the video, she's literally talking to me is what it feels like. She's like breaking the fourth wall. She's like, Henry this, Henry that. I'm like, oh my God, what the heck is going on?
See that, Henry? That's for you.
Yeah, I literally see that. I was like, oh my God. But the good thing is though, in the video, she does have the boot set up, so I can refer to that, as well as on the sheet, she drew out the diagram and she also took a picture of how she wants the setup to be. So when it is tomorrow for me and I'm setting up, it's gonna be relatively easy. And for future me, which is probably a few minutes away from now, I will be setting this up. And other than that, we're pretty much done. I just need to weigh these to make sure they are 50 pounds exactly, or slightly under, so that we don't have to pay an extra fee as we're going onto the plane. This one is literally just the entire display, and then this one is loaded with all the shirts. So very heavy, but yeah, this one has the entire display except all the grid panels, which Kelsie did order to the hotel. So we're gonna go ahead and pick up those grid panels from the hotel right now. And we're back. This is the box with all the grid panels. Kelsie shipped it to the hotel and luckily it arrived today. Like I don't know how she got the timing so perfect. The boxes she shipped me to put into the suitcases came in on Tuesday, and then this was scheduled to get here on, I think, either Wednesday or today when I flew in. We have all the grid panels, all the black ones that Kelsie uses. These are brand new, and if we can't fit it back into the suitcases, because we are anticipating to sell, at least like one shirt, right? Hopefully we can put these back into them when we're going back to California, and then Kelsie can have even more grid panels. But if not, she said, unfortunately, we have to donate them, or even worse, she said, trash them. We're not gonna unbox this because we do have to bring it to the con center. I don't really have an easier way to transport it. I don't really know if I want to Uber there yet. That's like over 100 pounds of things to carry, and it's like 10-minute walk to the con center, but it's like a 3-minute drive. I'll decide tomorrow morning. My flights got delayed. I ended up showing up here in Kansas at like 9 p.m. It was like a 40-minute Uber to the hotel here. It's currently 10 p.m. The only things that are open is a McDonald's and some sushi place, and I don't really want to Uber to the sushi place, so I'm gonna enjoy a nice 26-minute walk there because that's what it says. Outside of the hotel, and I'm waiting for my Uber, which just arrived, so I have to get there in the rain. I'm gonna try to quickly put these in the trunk if that's okay. I cannot believe it's raining this bad. Oh gosh. And it's hailing. Wow. Hopefully your morning is going well. Yeah.
I've got you and then one more.
Let me try to grab everything. I've got everything out. Thank you so much. Wow, that was so weird. It was like 10 minutes of hail, exactly when I had my Uber to the convention center. But luckily it's only a 15-minute walk from the hotel. So the only day I have to Uber is the first day and the last day. Anyway, I'll see you guys inside the con. We are inside the con center. Wanted to get here at 12. It's currently 12:11, so we have ample time to set up. We're gonna go check in with the artist alley, which is on the back end over there, so we're gonna walk that way. I'm here at the booth. It's a little bit of a 8x8 pod, if you will, very similar to the Anime Impulse setups. Since we're proxying for someone, I had to let the check-in know that I'm proxying for my friend, Kelsie Kishi Draws. Finding a table wasn't too hard. The artist out here doesn't look crazy big. Very small room, actually. Not sure what the expectations are for this weekend, but hopefully we make the most of it. I'm gonna get started on setting up. I'll probably do a couple time lapses and some clips of me trying to figure out Kelsie's setup. Okay, as the proxy, I have absolutely no idea what I'm supposed to do without reference to a Google Doc. And the only thing I technically know is how to build these grid cubes. So I'm gonna start with that. When I was checking in, they gave us a goodie bag along with the tax form that we had to submit to Kansas, right? Now, I thought the goodie bag just had a few snacks in there. The goodie bag, it came with like these napkins, which are probably necessary for the weekend, a whole bunch of candy, all these chocolates, Sour Patch Kids. They even gave us Airheads as well, check it out. And then some tape, a pen, and sticky notes and scissors as well. I've never seen a con so nice to their artist alley. As I was walking to the restroom and I got a little bit sneak peek of the rest of the artist alley, oh my god, it's stacked. Everyone is so crazy here. I love their art. It's so amazing. I'm just like, what the heck? I am excited for this weekend just to maybe meet some other artists if I get the chance. I want to see the crowd of Naka-Kon here. Yeah, it was just crazy. I was like walking around, so many talented artists. Look at all these bags, all these Kelsie bags. The hours today are 4 to 8, showing up here at 12 to set up until 4. Quick 4 hours, and then we're out of here, grabbing dinner, heading back to the hotel, and we come back tomorrow for Saturday. The hours are 10 to 6 p.m., and then the final day, which is 10 to 4 p.m. I think it's been an hour and I finally got the grid display set up with the banner. I don't do apparel, so I have no idea what this is like, but it's a folding hanger. It's really portable, and you can put a shirt on there. After that, we have all the displays to build for the stickers, the keychains, the enamel pins, and that's all in here. So everything that's inside this, all of these things inside the suitcase here, we're gonna grab them out and build the displays as well. Hopefully this 10-minute time lapse will be enough for me to complete all of those tasks, and then we'll start organizing all the stickers onto the displays, and I think that should get us to around like 70 or 80% done with plenty of time because it's only 1:20 right now, so I think we can finish by 3. If you're an artist alley and you know how a table generally looks like, you know, with the banner and such, tell me what's wrong with this. That's right, there's no table runner. I forgot to put on the table runner. What am I doing? I've been doing this for like heck long, setting tables up. And then this through the bottom, and then we'll lift this just ever so slightly. You guys have a better vision, let me know. Does it look good? Problem solved. So I was setting up these acrylic display stands, right? And I noticed there's like fur all over. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a couple strands on this one as well. It's because Kelsie has a dog named Evie, and all the little furs have shedded onto the acrylic display stands. And I'm not gonna do anything about it. This is your own fault, Kelsie. You have to suffer the consequences of your actions of not cleaning the displays enough. Everyone here at Naka-Kon, if they're gonna get a sticker, they're gonna get a little bit of Evie with them as well. Bless the people of Kansas. Anyway, I'm gonna start setting up things, all the stickers and all the postcards and all the keychains and all the enamel pins onto these displays, and we should be done. We're at a record time, right under 2 hours. I'm gonna film some content now because I have just finished building the booth. As you can see, ta-da! This is the Kelsie Kishi Draws booth here at Naka-Kon with me, Stickerzoo, as the proxy. We have the shirts and the keychains and the stickers, postcards, and these enamel pins. So I just propped it up a little bit here so that people can see it a little more. VIP comes in half an hour, so I'm gonna try to use the restroom and film my bits. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. It's 4:01. The event has officially technically started. We have 4 hours of selling. Hopefully we make a baller amount of money for Kelsie today. I'm gonna go ahead and review some of the selling manners that Kelsie has written down for me on the dock, because I think there are some specifics about how she wants things bagged or given to the customer, business cards and such. It is 1 grid cube high, so that my face is like right here. For the customers, I will probably stand for some duration of the event. If the shirts do sell, Kelsie has a notebook. Normally I log everything on my laptop, but when you're proxying for someone, people have different methods of keeping track of their inventory when some things sell. Usually Square does a good job of keeping track of everything for you. Kelsie does like to make sure that she has everything on paper, so I was given a pen and a notebook, and so for the shirts, I'm going to be tracking on them on here, and I'm also going to be tracking every other order as well with the payment type and the amount. Yeah, relatively simple. Going back to old school for this one. I have like the essentials here, the notebook, my iPad, a few other things. The point of sale is charging right now because it wasn't actually fully charged, so I'm going to leave it up there for now. We have her Solis Wi-Fi, a couple paper bags here that I hung. We have the Slayer Girl shirt from small to largest sizes. I organize on this side. We also have the Carnations, which is this green shirt here. And the last one we have is over here is the Kitsune shirt, the tan one from small to largest. Since I couldn't fit all the shirts on there and there's 5 designs, I put the other ones down here by my feet. Shout out to Kevin for lending me his suitcase because I did not have another suitcase after coming back from Kentucky last episode last week. I am actually wearing the Oni Girl shirt. It was for real. I just bought it. I actually do not own any of Kelsie's merchandise, so this is the first one. Do you guys think that Kelsie is a gender neutral enough name that I could tell people, oh, I'm Kelsie and I'm the one who draws this? I wouldn't say that out of morality, but I'm just like curious. Someone did stop by and give us their extra food because they had a whole lot left over. So we have a chicken salad here. Shout out to them. My table neighbors grabbed me a utensil as well. So really amazing. I get to eat. One thing about proxying is if you are proxying and you're solo, most likely because...
If I could get them all, I would.
Dude, hell yeah. Thank you. I'll let them know that. They said, I don't know if you guys could hear it because I have it set on noise cancellation, but let your friend know their art is really cool. I would buy them all if I could, but they only bought one. So there you go, Kelsie. We sold our first long sleeve. To cut down on costs, most artists are probably just gonna send out one proxy unless it's like a crazy huge event. You'll probably have to use the bathroom on your own and leave the table behind. Finding food means that you'd have to either have your lunch prepared or ask someone else to grab you food for you since you'll be solo. Just be aware of that. If you're proxying for someone else, communicate what your plans are between the artist and you as the proxy, how you want to manage your sustenance in terms of food throughout the day, especially for lunch. And then usually the artist will provide you with a dinner budget. So that's what Kelsie did for me. She gave me a budget that I can spend for food after the con or before the con. I think it averages out to be like $25 per meal, just so I don't starve, obviously, during the convention weekend, and also so that I don't have to use my own money for the meals, because it should be something that's complimentary, usually. 6:25, 90 minutes left before the con is over today. I wanted to show you guys a supporter named Ash. Shout out to her. She came by to give us both gifts, and because I'm proxying for Kelsie, even though she had never met Kelsie before, she wanted to give Kelsie a gift as well when she gets back from Hawaii Con, and then I end up seeing Kelsie whenever that might be. It's a cute little goodie bag with the notes as well. One for me, one for Kelsie as well, and Sour Patch. Oh my god, I'm so befuddled. But even crazier, I have an Arizona AirPod case. If you guys didn't know, big fan of Arizona. She got me an Arizona drink. That's crazy. I'm so happy right now. I'm gonna go to a KC ramen place. KC for Kansas City. That is my plan for the dinner. Hopefully it is filling, and then I gotta get back to the hotel and I wanna do a stream. Gotta get some drawing done. It's relatively slow for the last hour of this con today. Not a lot of sales right now. Kelsie once mentioned that most of her customers are men. The men that like the baddie vibe, the aesthetic, the art style, the shirts. And what I have discovered from the few shirts sales today, it is true. It actually is men who typically buy her baddie art style for the shirts. Mind blown. I don't know how it works, but you gotta find your demographic. People in my demographic, I go through my Instagram, 66% of them are female and 33% are male, at least for me, right? Pretty sure Kelsie's is split the opposite way. My guess is 66% male, 33% female. Or that could just be the following, and then her customer base is a little different in person. If you're someone who is an artist and trying to discover their audience, first figure out whether you're trying to appeal to men or women. That's probably a good way to start. Trying to knock out the last hour of this con. Very excited. I heard that Hawaii Con's a little slow right now. I'm looking through the Square transactions. It does look a little slower for them. They have a few cash transactions as well. Other than that, I'll see you guys at the closing for today's show. That is the end of day one. The vendor hall has now just closed. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here to go grab some food, and then we'll head back to the hotel. Pretty simple day today. Kind of got used to the flow of things. If it is busier tomorrow, I don't think it'll be too hard. As far as I know right now, being a proxy is not that difficult. Very nice to have that experience behind my back now. at least for one day. It's definitely weird, I will not lie, being here as Kelsie Kishi Draws and not Stickerzoo. Like, I'm so used to being myself at different shows and knowing my own scripts. Obviously, like I said from last weekend at Kentucky, standing around and passing out trays for Guzzi pins is not what I'm used to, but doing Artist Alley, sitting at the front desk, helping customers with sales, telling them about art, chatting with people about random things. Like, you know, earlier I saw someone dressed up as Asta from Black Clover. I was like, oh, let me chat with them real quick. That's what I'm used to. And so if you're a big fan of doing that and helping another artist out, doing proxy events might be for you. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna like use this small clip here. I was like trying to use the tape, but like it didn't really work. Hopefully that'll do, honestly. Should be enough with clips. I just came out to KC Craft Ramen. About a 10-minute drive from the con center, 20-ish minute walk. Got here pretty quick. About a 10-15 minute wait for one person, just me. I ordered really fast. I knew exactly what I wanted. I just wanted the main thing, the KC Black. A little cozy, love the decor, and there are infinite amounts of con goers here. Like, that's why there's a wait. Everywhere you look, everyone's either wearing a Friday weekend badge or an exhibitor badge. Gonna end the food real fast, order my Uber back to the hotel. Otherwise, you guys are gonna get a time lapse of me eating ramen place in Kansas, just like how I had a ramen place in Kentucky. Guess it's a staple everywhere I go. Try out the ramen in another state. Welcome back, Zookies. It is day 2 of Naka-Kon, and today it's going to be an 8-hour show day. Walking here from the Waterwalk Hotel, and I realized I forgot my iPad, so I had to double back for that. And I was like, oh no, I'm gonna be late because it starts at 10 and I started walking at like 9:40. But luckily, even with turning back, grabbing my iPad and walking all the way back to the con center, it actually ended up being perfectly on time. I showed up right when the gates opened. That is amazing. As a proxy, I want to be on time, of course. I was a little scared that I'd be a little late, but I was on time, opened up very quick. At the moment, the Square terminal decided to update. We do have to install that. My only other concern is the Solis Wi-Fi. I don't think we have the charger for. It is pretty much lunchtime for me. I ended up, you know, I can't starve, so I went to the concession stand, got some pulled pork nachos. This is what it looks like. $13 for that. It is what it is. You kind of have to get food so that you can eat. I don't have any other option. Otherwise, things have been going smoothly. Today is definitely busier than yesterday. It's been nearly 4 hours of the con so far, and we've made a little more than what we did yesterday, which is good. I don't think it'll be extremely crazy for today's sales, but very happy to still make a decent amount for Kelsie. I do get excited every time someone buys a shirt because it is a higher ticket item. It means a lot more that they're supporting by buying a shirt. I've been kind of logging some things here and there, making sure I am tracking all the orders that people are getting. Someone just bought the last long sleeve, so they got the one on display. We don't have any more smalls and mediums. It seems like the long sleeves tend to be what some of the Kelsie Kishi fans are getting. Same with yesterday. Our demographic, a lot of men buying shirts. I don't know if I've been like kind of not as energetic in the vlogs, so I took like an hour just to simmer down, hadn't really done anything, just did a few sales, stood around, smiled, talked to people. But it's crazy because, well, one, I'm not selling my art, so it's like that's already a foreign feeling to me. I don't know if I mentioned it previously, but another thing is we've been selling a lot of shirts. We're going crazy over here. I'm like, hopefully we go back with as minimal shirts as possible when packing. Obviously less weight is good, and then we can transport the grid panels back. But so far it seems like it's going really well. We sold a good number of shirts today for Saturday. If the number was something that I had for Stickerzoo, I would be pretty satisfied with it. I don't know about a travel show, but this is pretty good so far. So shout out to all the people at Kansas, anyone out here at Naka-Kon. Dude, this is amazing. Everyone's so lovely, everyone's so polite, and everyone just loves the shirts as well that Kelsie has. I don't even know what to say. I'm like, well, yo, that's crazy. Also, there's a Lucario across from me. Hold up. Y'all see that? That's a Lucario right there. Another mystery pack sold. A lot of mystery packs sold. We're bringing them out. we ran out of business cards. Kelsie, you didn't pack me enough business cards. You gave me about like 50. I see more than 50 people in a day. Matter of fact, I might see 50 people in an hour. They just walk by, business card, boom, boom, boom. So I have no more business cards to give to people who are ordering, sadly. Proxying for someone is so different. It's like, it's fun. I'm kind of saying the same script to people. I don't want people to think I'm the artist or like mislead them in any way. So I always lead off with, hi, this is all of my friends' original artwork. I'm helping them out this weekend because they couldn't physically be here, or she's working in another state. It's funny to see like people's reaction initially, because I'll be like, oh, this is my friend's original artwork. And then they'll hesitate like, oh, this isn't your artwork. What are you doing here? And then I'll say, oh, she's working in another state or like working somewhere else and she couldn't be here this weekend. And then they'll be like reassured and they're like, oh, okay, you're like helping her out because she can't be here, not because you're like taking over her or something. People usually respond with, oh, that's so nice of you, or dang, you're a really great friend. And I'm like, well, to be fair, I am getting paid for this. I'm not here volunteering for free. I am giving up my time and energy, if you will, but to me, it's a great idea to not only shadow someone else's booth and see what it's like to work for another artist and understand their catalog, but it's really cool for me to, as a learning experience, as a business, as an individual in a business, learning more about the space, to indulge in different opportunities, if you will, and also get the chance to document it and share it with you guys. But I have been prefacing every person who looks like they could be a potential customer with that, so they are aware I'm not the one making the art. And there are a couple of people who are like, oh, I love your artwork, and then I have to explain to them as well, because I wouldn't feel right accepting the compliment and just saying thank you. The compliments are for Kelsie. You know, Kelsie, you should be watching this. You're an amazing artist. You're doing great. All these people out here in Kansas love you. Shout out Naka-Kon. I've had to like fold so many of these shirts. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm folding a shirt right now because some of the customers are getting the last ones from the display, and I have no other choice but to give them the display and refold the shirt. So this was not part of the job description, but Kelsie did mention it, and I am folding all the shirts and putting them back into the bags of the customers and such. I'm learning to fold shirts. At first I was folding a couple shirts. I was like, this is horrible. I don't know how to do this, but I've been trying to follow the creases that were already made on the shirt to try to fold them better. I think I'm getting a little better at it. I am getting slightly better at folding shirts. I never worked a job where I had to fold shirts, but I guess now I have. I've worked at Kelsie Kishi Draw's department store, and folding shirts is one of the main tasks that you have to do. This was a shirt I folded earlier that someone wanted to see how it would fit. As you can see, my folding job is pretty decent, but it wasn't the greatest. I'm gonna use this and put this up on display. It's back facing forward because that's where the art is, and then the very simple front sleek design. We just finished for day 2. It's 6:01 now. We're gonna go and grab food after I film one short bit, I believe. We are gonna get the heck out of here. Today's numbers were pretty good, actually. I think yesterday we didn't make a whole lot of sales, probably like 15 to 20 sales max. And today, I think we made a little over 50 sales is my assumption. I didn't write down exactly how much. I just tracked each item that was ordered. Overall, I think we made maybe like 5 to 6 times we did on Friday, which is really crazy. Good crowd today on Saturday. I think we sold a little over like 25 shirts. Very lovely, very nice to know that people out here in Naka-Kon are actually spending. For doing proxy events, I have no idea what other people's good and bad numbers are. To me, this is a pretty good / decent number. To Kelsie, this could be okay-ish. It could very well be really good. I'm not exactly sure, but I think we are about to break even, at least in terms of the expenses incurred flying me out here, the hotel, shipping the boxes, and the table fee itself, and paying me as well. So I feel like it's getting there. Not sure, hoping tomorrow is going to be decent as well. For tomorrow's last day, Sunday, we're actually finishing up from 10 to 4 and tearing down, and then heading to the airport immediately after. So I didn't chat a whole lot with you guys today, but hopefully you got some useful information, some of the time lapses, some of the interesting things that happen. After I film my bits, we're gonna go ahead and head to dinner, which is probably gonna be Q39 for famous Kansas City barbecue. Welcome Back, Zookies. It is day 3 of Naka-Kon, the final day of being a proxy for Kelsie. I do have the Solis Wi-Fi, which is on its last legs. It's at the red now. I haven't turned it on because I want to save it for when I actually have to do transactions, and I don't know how long it's going to last before I have to use my hotspot. I'm just going to keep it on the side for now. We're going to pray for the best. For whatever reason, every time I plug this into something that's Type-C, which is its port, it never charges. So I think I do need the actual orange wire that comes with the Solis package. I forgot I had to check out of the hotel on Sunday, which means I have to take everything with me, and that included my clothes. I didn't bring my suitcase with me, so this whole thing was empty here at the con center. I didn't bring it back, so I had to use one of the trash bags at the hotel, and I was walking over here to the con center. Luckily, it was only like a 10-12 minute walk, but I was literally just lugging my clothes from the hotel to the con center, and it was freezing cold. I literally thought I was gonna get frostbite. I'd never felt my hands like been so numb before from the cold. Like coming out to the Midwest here in Kansas, I did not expect it to be absolutely freezing. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be a little warmer just because of the notion that people say, oh, the Midwest is hot. It's been absolutely bonkers weather out here. Like last night we were having barbecue at Q39 and it was literally hailing outside. The hail was coming in at 45 degrees. I'm like, what the, how does it even do that? It was hailing when I got here to the con. It was rainy, it was really windy, it's really cold, and then there's been storms, there's bad winds. I'm like, is there gonna be a tornado? Am I gonna be swept up out of Naka-Kon into the air somehow with Kelsie's booth? This is not the fate I anticipated. Anyway, see you guys when the event starts at 10. The event just started at 10. I barely finished filming my reel. Chat, I found out about this onigiri spot like right behind me. Mo!
Good morning, I
how's it
just
going?
got here.
Dude, I got a matcha. Oh my God. We're gonna go back and grab some food in a bit. Business expense in the form of food. Onigiri. I got 3 of them. Spicy salmon, mayo, and then we got tuna mayo, and then we also have the pork chasu. Dude, I'm so excited to eat this. What the hell? I've been having some absolutely lovely conversations with some of the customers today, kind of incentivizing some people to buy more, spend their money here at the Kelsie Kishi Draws booth. Kelsie, I'm making you a lot of money. I'm trying right now. I'm trying to be the best proxy you can have, you know? But it's been really fun, honestly, just talking to some of the customers. Overall, just making a lot of jokes, and then a few other conversations that were pretty memorable. Really funny because a couple people asked to get my Instagram, and I'm like, what do I give them? Like Kelsie's Instagram, my own Instagram, my personal one, or my stickerzoo Instagram? I'm like, I don't even know. Really trying to get some purchases today. I have a certain goal I want to hit for Kelsie, and so I'm trying to make the most of my time right now. Just posting my reel. In my reels, I like to do a lot of obnoxious, crazy, outlandish things and incentivize all of my friends to make a comment. Just like, what the heck? It's currently 1:21, so there's about a little over 2 hours left of the con, and then we start breaking down. I can't believe I'm flying home tonight. That's the craziest part too. Other than that though, I'll see you guys for another update in a little bit. Hour and a half into the convention and the Solis has died. Unfortunate. I am connected to my hotspot now. The square reader should work. I mean, I can only hope for like half of yesterday's number. I think that would be good, especially with the stock that we have left. I expect a lot more people asking, oh, do you have this in this size? And I end up saying, oh, I don't have this, but here's the alternative size. Welcome back. It is the last 15 minutes of the convention, and I have just called Kelsie to ask for her permission to shop around. I don't have any cash on me, so I was going to use the cash we gathered from the event and then Venmo her later. So thank you, Kelsie. I'm going to shop around for the next 15 minutes. Everyone's like starting to pack up right now, but let me tell you guys something real quick. Every time I walked around the artist alley in the last 15 minutes, 1 table, damn. 2 tables, damn. 3 tables, damn. I'm like, every single table I stopped by, I was like, damn. Why is everyone so good here? Oh my God, I could not stop myself from spending money on things. Spent a grand total of $85. Everything is in this bag. Pretty good spendings this weekend. We are gonna learn how to pack out of Kelsie's booth right now. We're gonna learn how to tear this booth down, pack it into suitcases. I think we have about 1/3 of the shirts left, so weight-wise, We're chilling. That means we can take back the grid walls. Pretty sure that's only like 10 pounds max. Other than that though, you guys are gonna get a couple time lapses of me tearing this thing down. One of the amazing things about Naka-Kon is that they provided us with amenities like tape in the beginning, threw away all the tape that was condensing Kelsie's things. For example, like taping up the boxes or making sure that these wooden displays stayed together in one place, just taping it all around. If you didn't have that, then things might start flying loosely inside the suitcase. For the artist who's hiring a proxy, it's probably important for you to pack extra tape for them. I mean, it's a multi-use item. You can use it for a lot of scenarios, but this is one of them, right? Like when you're packing out, you want to make sure everything stays together. Luckily, the convention, Naka-Kon, provides these things. They gave us a little goodie bag at the very beginning. I'm like so grateful for that. So I'm going to use it right now to make sure everything is condensed together. Thank you. We're getting Uber XXL, huge car, 3 of us, 9 suitcases total, many bags.
No survivors.
Trying to save money so that when we go to the airport, it's not 3 separate Ubers, it's one. It's like half off, essentially. Make sure you share your ride with people if you can. I'm about to head to the airport. It's like a 40-minute drive. I'll see you guys there. I've never been in an Uber XXL before. This is the first time. I'm trying to put my seatbelt on. It's taking 5 years. We just got to the airport. Not sure if you guys can hear me, but our guy is quick. Had a nice conversation in the Uber ride. Thank you. We really appreciate it. Yeah. Wish you luck on your fitness journey as well. Our entire just collection here. Yep. I don't remember my number. I think Cody booked the, oh wait, no, he booked the hotel. Did he book the flight too? He did book the flight. Okay, perfect. As Kelsie would say, everybody say thank you, Cody. Thank you. My chair is so freaking squeaky, but I am so glad to be back in California after 2 weekends back to back on the Midwest and the East Coast side. The time difference is crazy. That is one thing I'll say, helping Goozy out and proxying for Kelsie. I don't know how other artists do this when they travel so frequently. Gosh, I'm so freaking tired. I want to go to bed, but it's 2:31 a.m. right now. I just got back from LAX. Shout out to my housemates for driving me. A few things I wanted to say. It was like a really lovely experience. Shout out to Kelsie for having me have the chance to proxy for her at Naka-Kon. Never heard about the con prior to this, and it was an absolutely lovely experience. Meeting new friends, trying some of the food in Kansas, just getting to explore a new state just a tad. But overall, like really getting the chance to experience what another artist experiences by myself. You know, proxying for another artist is not something a current artist would really do often. And if it is, then it's not really documented. And I'm just grateful I had the chance to share this experience with you guys. I'm not really sure if I would do a proxying event for another artist again anytime soon. It is, you know, a little less stressful than working your own booth. It also comes with its own difficulties that are a little different. I feel like when I was building Kelsie's setup, she had everything planned out really well. Like the document, the pictures, really simple for me to follow. Kind of felt like I was building an IKEA like shelf, if you will, or like some kind of Lego project. And then the teardown was pretty much that in reverse. Doing the whole weekend, relatively simple. I was really incentivized to make sales for Kelsie since she's my friend. My goal was just to at least be in the green. And I think by the end of the weekend, we did achieve that, which is really good to my knowledge. One thing about doing proxies is I'm not really sure what is good for them. You know, like I know what's good for me, I know what's decent for me, what a tough show for me would be, and whether I would rebook it. Pretty sure based on the numbers, Kelsie would rebook this show. And since the events are happening on different weekends next year, she luckily will probably have the chance to, if she gets into Naka-Kon, meet a lot of the Kansas folks who didn't get a chance to meet her this time. I am grateful to have met some of the people who are fans of Kelsie and I alike. I think it definitely is a little strenuous when you're doing a proxy event for someone else. If you're flying out often, you're kind of limited to what you can do. I mean, if you're able to work remotely, if you're able to draw or like work on your own projects, after the event, it'd be nice, but it also kind of feels like a 9 to 5, if you will. You know, I clock out from my Kelsie shift, I go back to my hotel, and I kind of want to work on things, but I'm also really tired, so the other part of me also just wants to doom scroll or like watch something simple instead of actually getting productive work done. I will say though, because Kelsie's products were pretty much all self-serve beside the shirts, it was relatively simple to do the transactions. I didn't have to know that much. Catalog wasn't extremely big as well, so it definitely helped. Proxying for another artist who has a much larger catalog would definitely be a good bit more studying what they have. Since all of Kelsie's merch is original work, the only spiel I had to give to the customers was, this is my friend's original work, I'm just helping her out this weekend because she couldn't physically be here. And usually that would be a good enough pitch for the customers. Yeah, I'm really tired. I cannot think straight at 2:30 a.m. But it was a really fun time being a proxy for Kelsie. I don't know what else I can really say. Maybe I'll comment something down below. Hopefully this video was somewhat informational and helpful if you're thinking about being proxy. Definitely reach out to other artists who are offering a position where you can proxy for them, or if you have like a friend that you can help out at another event if they're double booked on a weekend. Yeah, like don't be afraid to ask them if you have a little bit of experience in retail or selling. I'm pretty sure everyone can be pretty qualified. Just make sure you kind of know the artist or like have someone that can refer you or vouch for you. Other than that though, thank you guys for tuning in to another weekly vlog. I should have another one coming up next Tuesday after I do SAC Comic-Con on March 22nd and March 23rd. I will see you guys then. Otherwise, you can watch another one of my Stickerzoo vlogs over here, or whatever YouTube recommends you. I don't know which side it's on. Thank you for tuning into this one.